Let's set the stage before we dive in. Let's put the savvy among us at ease. On the thumbnail, I said that, the difference between internet marketing and direct response. But if you're savvy enough, spoiler alert, internet marketing, when done right, is just a channel we use in direct response marketing. Because marketing has been around since humans have been selling stuff, right? Newspapers had the newsies, apps have app stores. Kylie Jenner has Instagram, and it's never good enough just to have a good product. So if people don't know about it, they'll never be able to grab it. So even Coke almost never happened, right? So the dude that invented it had to sell it to a marketing genius, and then he put Coke out. I'm actually going to do a video about that, so you might want to subscribe to check that out. As Rob Bay says, it takes two to make the things go right. Right? You build the product, you sell the product, right? So you have to do two, right? So, of course, you can replace the product with the service too, but even media companies who have buttloads of distribution don't make money from selling to that channel. They need another channel of advertisers and brands that are willing to spend money to reach that audience. So in other words, you have to do both in order to make change, right? You have to try to get your product in front of people. So no matter what business you're in, obviously finding new and creative ways to get eyeballs on your product is priority numero uno. I'll give you an example. Beats by Dre had one of the biggest guerrilla marketing coups of all time during the 2012 Olympic Games. Now, what he did was he created some country-branded headphones, gave it to some of the athletes, and got it in front of cameras, and just totally skipped the Olympic Committee sponsorship fees and so on and so forth. And so it was kind of cool because all of a sudden you had national pride, personal music, and a physically wearable device, right? And it went out to everybody. And it was a total marketing hack, right? The go-around, influencer advertising. So now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What is direct response marketing? Dr. Dre, with his beats, got a 42% spike in sales. But that doesn't give us an actual dollar measurable metric. And that's what I want to do, right? I want to be able to say we made $32.35 for this ad, right? So that's what's called brand marketing is what he did. He didn't really care who saw it. And, you'll just say Beats by Dre forever. I have another video that I'll link in here somewhere that I actually talk about this. Like Coca-Cola, all they care about is let's make you a Coke person, or let's make you a Pepsi person, or Mountain Dew, like Nancy is a Mountain Dew person. Let's make you a Mountain Dew person for life. And that's all they care about. And we want to make your kids Mountain Dew people. And so they just kind of throw money out. And that works for them, right? They just throw a bunch of dough out the window in the form of ads, but it doesn't tell them when the money is spent. So we as direct response marketers, we need that cheese today, right now, in my pockets. So that's the difference between the two. It's all in the name. It's direct response marketing. People vote with their wallets, and the cash register is the metric that let us know if we have a winning campaign. So let's talk about a popular branding campaign back in the day so we can kind of look at how it works. So one of the most quotable advertising campaigns in the 1980s, where's the beef? Hey, she kind of sounds like, right? Where's the beef? So in 1984, Wendy's had this campaign. There was three little old ladies that were kind of looking impressed at these burgers. It went viral, and it was even referenced, and I didn't know this, in the 1984 Democratic primaries by both sides, Republicans and Democrats. It spawned a whole bunch of merchandise, stickers, mugs, coasters, board games. Even they had a song on wax, legit record. They had several sequels after that. Now, here's the kick. That whole thing, where's the beef, only went on for 1 year. And I had no idea about that. It seemed like that ad went on forever. Good branding campaign that lasts even now till 2022. Where's the beef? Most people over the age of 2 should know something about that, right? All right, so coffee break. Everything I just said in 50 cents will get you a cup of coffee, so let's slide into the cafe. Get out your crayons, boys and girls, because you're about to learn some shit. And the shit you're about to learn about today is, obviously, direct response. So Wendy's was cool, no doubt about it, but that was a one-off. How can you repeat that over and over again, right? And that is where direct response Sales copy, when done right, can make your prospects run to get your product, shaking in a nervous fit, trying to hand you every dime they have. And this is true. With sales copy, you learn how to tap into the desires of your prospects and the desires of your prospects. And you learn with those desires and some of their fears, and you kind of layer all those in, and you get something that never changes. Because people's desires, you can't make them up. The great Gene Schwartz in the I think it's called Breakthrough Advertising book, he talks about that there's no way that you can create a desire. Those desires are already there inherently in human behavior. So with sales copy, you learn how to tap into those desires and the desires of your prospects. So once you learn about those desires and you layer in some fears on top of everything, you get something that never changes. And I mentioned above, you can measure results in actual dollars. And that, my friend, is how you can repeat a successful campaign over and over again. So with direct response marketing, you're going to level the playing field. You don't have to pour millions of dollars in a campaign to make the needle move. The great Gary Halbert wrote one sales letter that made over $600 million by himself with only one employee at the time. And I'll tell you something else. How about the Ginsu knife campaign? If you don't know about it, go on YouTube and look it up. Infomercials changed the game, right? So they took that late night snow TV when nothing was going on and learned how to make billions of dollars with it. So they took little bits of money, put some actual like sales copy involved with it, right? The great Clayton Makepeace was one of the biggest infomercial writers of all time. He was one of the highest paid copywriters of all time. This is what I'm talking about. You can level the playing field. You don't have to have $1 million like Coke or Pepsi because brand marketing works for them. They just throw a bunch of money all the time and try to get you and your kids to come in and buy stuff over time. And they kind of measure that with their sales over time, whether they peak or whether they're down in the valleys, right? But us, we need response right now. You want to know more about direct response marketing for your business? Click the link in the first comment and visit me on my Discord server. Coffee break.